names, and that is why I've purposely brought them in front of you. If you look at the studies which have been done over a period of time, it has been researched that women are capable of conducting precise and creative scientific research. They are capable as rational observers, interpreters, and discoverers of the order and laws of nature. And they are even capable as inventors of new methods, techniques, and technologies. However, due to conditioning of their mind in a particular way, that they should only excel in music, fine arts, and performing arts, they have not got their other part of the brain developed right from the childhood. In fact, both men and women, they have similar brains, but it is only from the childhood that the development has not happened and we have not been able to excel in certain areas. The inherent skills of women scientists are such that they are inclined to pursue harmony and humanism, which has positive effects on goals and methodologies of scientific research, and therefore they are very sensitive to the environment. And when they are conducting a research, they are very good binders and team players. And therefore, because they are able to maintain harmony between man and nature. So you will find that there is a totally different approach to the research made by women scientists. They have got good networking skills, and that is why they make friends very easily, especially in the neighborhood. You will find that they will have a big group of friends. And they are also blessed with associative thinking in a very unique and special way, which provides new perspectives and approaches to multidisciplinary, systematic, and integrated scientific research. Their patience, carefulness, and cleverness enables them to be highly focused on research, helping them carry out experiments meticulously. Women also have good organizing skills and collaborative behavior, and therefore it is extremely helpful in promoting teamwork in scientific research and any other activity undertaken by them. In fact, many a times it is said that why they are so good at teamwork, because they do not have mustaches. They do not have mustaches, they do not have a huge ego to feed. And therefore, they are very, very collaborative in their behavior.
Some of us also do not have.
Yes. Yes, it is not a generalized statement. So,
Women have long hair.
Women they have long hair, so they keep pulling each other's hair. Now you see, with the emergence of new economy and participation of women, earlier very few women got into science and technology related areas, and therefore when I was studying engineering at IIT Roorkee, out of a batch of 350 boys, there were just 5 girls. So you can see that very few women pursued engineering and technology. But now with the emergence of knowledge-based industries, participation of women has increased many folds. If you see that nowadays the university that I am heading has around 1,500 students, 1,500 girl engineers who are pursuing engineering and technology in various branches of engineering, including mechanical engineering. We have 100% placement through campus with multiple job offers. Why? We have seen in the past couple of years that there has been a trend in hiring women engineers, and that has started because most of the Indian industries and MNCs, they have a skewed gender ratio. In healthcare industry, in education sector, in financial sector, already 50% of workforce is women workforce. But in the engineering sector, There used to be just 5 to 10% women. However, with the current hiring rate since the 1990s, the percentage of women employees in engineering and technology has risen and has become 25% almost. There has been a major drive in hiring women engineers to improve the gender diversity and gender inclusion among various MNCs and Indian industries. In fact, the IT industry has changed the perception about women, and they are considered to be the major contributors to the economy of the country as well, but at the same time to the bottom line of the company. Nowadays, companies prefer to come to our campus to hire women engineers because they find them highly productive, highly focused and highly knowledgeable. There is a gender gap study which has taken place and which is done every year. And this World Economic Forum study says that India ranks at 105 out of 135 nations in the Global Gender Gap Subindex, which is a very poor ranking in terms of gender gap, because out of the total workforce in India, which is 478 million, although we have just 115 million women who are women workers, forming 24% of the workforce. So as of now, we do have women workforce, but it is only 24%. And out of these 24%, only 5% women are in leadership position in India, whereas in other countries at the global level, 20% women, they reach the leadership position. So you can see for yourself that among such a huge gathering of vice chancellors, there is only one woman vice chancellor. So this study is right, because very few women reach the highest level of leadership position.
Andhra tax fees is 10% in terms of vice chancellors.
Oh, that's a good news. Most of the time, women, you will find that at the mid-management level, there are a number of women employees, but they either drop out due to certain family responsibilities, due to certain reasons, and therefore, at the end of the day, very few women reach the top level. But however, at the mid-management level, there are many women, almost 50% of workforces of women. There is a need for social transformation, which is one of the recommendations, and which is happening gradually in our country. Although the pace of transformation is very slow. Many companies are now promoting women-friendly work culture, and they are creating enabling environment at workplace so that they get flexi timings, work from home options, and also sometimes they are allowed to take a career break and then absorbed at the same level. Our constitution is very liberal in the sense that we provide equal wages, equal rights, and equal opportunities to women employees. So that way, our country has had a very progressive constitution. But at the same time, the women are not able to reach the top level, top leadership position, because some point of time they feel that they have hit a glass ceiling despite being worthy of leadership roles. However, this myth of glass ceiling is shattering. It is not very, very common to see that women have stopped complaining nowadays about any glass ceiling, because women who are very good at their work, at their profession, and who work with passion, and who are able to strike a work-life balance, they forge ahead. If a woman exhibits enthusiasm, zeal and passion to be good at work, then people forget the gender bias and the glass ceiling shatters. So these days the glass ceiling no longer exists, and therefore you can see that the new HRD minister, Smriti Irani, has made these announcements on 3rd November that our NITs, the idea is to promote women entering into science and technology and taking engineering profession, and who are all girls. I always tell them that all the women professionals have to keep this message in their mind, which is the motto of my university, Apo Deepo Bhava, which means be a light unto yourself. The woman of today has to brighten up her own life through the pursuit of knowledge, acquisition of wisdom, leading towards self-discovery and enlightenment. Nobody is going to come and help her in rising above and in climbing the corporate ladder. It is her own capability, her own discovery, her own commitment which will take her forward. Thank you very much. This was a brief presentation on gender inclusion in the area of science and technology.
Situation exists in other universities, but at the University of Delhi, where in our formal courses of learning, we have more than 200,000 students.
Yes.
More than half are girls. So I think there is a statement there, and I believe this is the trend in the country.
Yes, absolutely. That's what I am saying. As far as studies in various generic courses is concerned, the enrollment is very high. It's more than 50%, I would say. But in engineering and technology, there is a great mental barrier among parents, among girls. They feel that they are incapable of becoming a competent engineer, whereas it is not true. So my main experience of the last 32 years of being in this academic profession is that women can make very good, competent engineers also, and they can make huge...
For rural children, last year 54% of those admitted were girls and 46 were boys. And before last year it is 50.1%.
That's why they say that next century will belong to the